Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Monday Night LifeVantage National Webinar. My name is Gabe Pearson. I just want to welcome each and every one of you. Such an honor, such a privilege to be able to share something that's so profound. For all of you that are on this webinar for the very first time, just want to welcome you. Take some great notes. We have an incredible guest tonight that's going to rock your world. Just a little background on myself. If you're watching this for the very first time, I have been lucky enough to be with this company a little over 9 years now. I spent 30 plus years in the fitness business, never endorsed a product. This is actually my first time in this industry, and I was able to walk away from a 30 plus year career in 22 months. And that's approaching 8 years ago now. So it's been an incredible run. We have the privilege of pioneering this new paradigm in health. I couldn't think of a better person to share this opportunity with tonight. We have an incredible doctor that I've had the privilege of knowing now for over 7 years. And I have his bio right here in front of me. He's board certified in family medicine. He's been active in his medical practice for 40 plus years. He's a current member in good standing with the American Osteopathic Association, the Florida Osteopathic Medical Association, the Hillsborough County Osteopathic Medical Society, and the American Academy of Anti-Aging. He was on the original medical advisory board with this company, LifeVantage. There are now over 1,000 doctors with this company. I want to welcome Dr. Gene DeLucia with our webinar tonight. Gene, how are you?
Good, Gabe. Thank you.
Oh, I tell you what.
Thank you for having me on this. I feel very privileged.
Well, I feel humbled and I feel privileged. We've been running the same circles for such a long time. I've watched your success. Congratulations. First and foremost, you know, being a pioneer with LifeVantage on the medical advisory board and being really, you know, responsible for over 1,000 doctors with this company now. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been fun. I must say it's been.
It has. It's been a great journey, hadn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
And of course, I want to congratulate you on your elite status. And folks that are viewing us for the very first time, to become an elite with this company is a very prestigious accomplishment. It's a minimum of $100,000 a month in revenue. So think about that. It's not too bad of a side hustle that he has created. Before we get started, Dr. DeLucia, just kind of share with the viewing audience why you chose LifeVantage. Well,
I think LifeVantage chose me, but I saw the science behind this one. I really saw this. I had a 28-year-old UPS driver show me the video that's done by ABC News, and Gabe, I'm sure you'll share that with people. Yeah. But I saw that video and I thought, wow, I want to know more. So I strictly saw the science. I saw the studies that were published. I saw how this worked. I saw how unique it was, and I got pretty excited. I thought, man, I want this for myself. I want this for my family. I want this for my friends. I want this for my patients. So that's really where I started. I had been looking. I was burnt out on Western medicine. You know, we're trained to diagnose disease, and we can treat it in two ways. We can cut it out, become a surgeon, cut it out, or we can give you a pill to treat an endpoint, to treat a number or treat a symptom. But we rarely cure any chronic diseases. And I hate to say it, we're not trained for prevention or nutrition even. So it's the basis of our health. We're not even trained that way. So I love that we found something that really made a huge difference in my practice, in my life.
Well, I tell you what, you came in the same way I did. The ABC primetime really, I mean, it totally blew me away. And I literally had the science validated by the Mayo Clinic here in Jacksonville. Now, when you and I started, you know, it was a small little NRF2 company. Now it's grown into a nutrigenomic company. Can you kind of walk everyone through, you know, what's this term nutrigenomics?
Well, nutrigenomics is using synergistic blends of natural products to re-regulate our genetic expressions through something we call epigenetics. We can re-regulate our genetic expression back to our younger days, back to our youthful levels. And when we do that, we start to protect ourselves from cellular damage, oxidative stress, and inflammation. And there are patents on our flagship product showing that do just that. And so that's what I saw when I thought, wow, I can reduce oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days and up to 70% longer term. I thought that's a big deal. It's a big deal. That's why we age. That's why we get diseases. I thought, yeah, I need to look at this more.
Well, you're certainly talking about our bread and butter with the company. You're talking about our flagship product, Protandem. Can you kind of just help everyone understand why they might have some supplements in their kitchen cabinet, but they don't have what Protandem is? Help them understand the difference between the two.
Sure. A supplement is we're supplementing something that supposedly we need in our body. Most of us, we do a lot of nutritional testing for people, blood tests, urine tests, hair analysis. Most people are not nutrient deplete. If anything, we overeat, and we don't have a lot of those type of diseases. I can say I've never seen scurvy or beriberi or any of those nutritional diseases that we see. But a supplement is we're supplementing. A vitamin is something that you can put in your body whether you need it or not. My personal feeling, you get it through your food. Antioxidant, direct antioxidants are something we've taken to try to protect ourselves, but it's a very, very weak way to do it. It's not very powerful. This is an activator. This is an entirely new branch of medicine, an activator of our genes or of our genes expression. It's huge that now they've discovered Protandem activates over 500 of genes that we have. Those are genes that stimulate our antioxidant enzyme production that protect us 24 hours a day, put us back to where we were when we were kids. Those are genes that activate our survival genes. That's what we're doing. It's very, very unique. There's nothing else on earth like it.
Now, kind of walk everyone through what's in Protandem, and are there any side effects? Or is there anything that somebody might have to worry about taking this product?
Well, first of all, there are 5 herbal ingredients. These are herbs that have been used in China and India for centuries, and there are very small amounts of each ingredient. And if you just took one of these ingredients at that dose, it's a subclinical dose. So I have not seen people have any issues. I guess you could develop an allergy to one of these, but that would be very rare. Green tea, pretty much anybody can drink green tea. Indian food, everybody can eat Indian food. That's what we're using, are spices that are in Indian food, turmeric, things like that. Ashwagandha has been used for centuries in India, bacopa also. So those are things that, milk thistles is a great detox. It wasn't these 5 herbs particularly, it was a specific combination, and we get what we called a synergistic effect. And there you can see it, 1,800% greater effect than if you just bought those 5 herbs and taken them. So that's really the specific blend, and that's really the first patent the company had, was that proprietary blend. Yeah, so nobody else has it.
Yeah, that's what got me. For me, venom was coming out of my mouth. I just couldn't understand for the life of me how this world-renowned scientist could patent, turmeric. To me, it was like trying to patent broccoli. He didn't invent it. So I needed some help from the Mayo Clinic, and those doctors, they actually pulled out that Free Radical Biology and Medicine, a very powerful journal that helped me to understand the synergy of those 5 ingredients. And that's when it was eye-opening to me. Now, we've seen a litany of studies throughout our years with LifeVantage. Can you kind of, just first and foremost, I think what I'd love for you to be able to talk about is help the viewing audience understand what is a peer-reviewed study, and and how rare is it to have a peer-reviewed study on a dietary supplement?
Well, it's pretty much unheard of. I've never seen it before. A peer-reviewed study is the team of scientists that did the original study. They give it to another team of scientists, their peers, that had nothing to do with the studies. They review and critique the studies, and either they send it back to them and says, hey, we want to see more. do more, or they say, yeah, this is solid science and you can publish it. That's only about 5% of studies published. So it's a very unique thing. This product, Protandim, not the ingredients of, have over 20 peer-reviewed published medical studies. And these are not done by the company. The majority of these are independently done. There's a study paid for by the National Institute of Health. There's a study paid for by the American Heart Association, done at places like LSU, Ohio State, University of Florida, Harvard, Mayo Clinic. Very, very impressive stuff. Very impressive.
I know before we got on live, you and I, we were talking about the NIA study, can you just kind of help everyone understand the enormity? My goodness, you're talking about a 10-year study and the results were just incredible.
Yeah, this is an ongoing study. This is something the National Institute on Aging has done this study. And they have an ongoing study. They've done it for years. They've looked at natural products and drugs and things like CoQ10, resveratrol, all these things they've looked at because they want to see which ones will lengthen lifespan in a mammal. That's really what they're looking for. To date, Protandim has been the only natural product proven to lengthen lifespan in a mammal. That's a huge deal. That's a huge deal. When we translate that to human years, over 100 years, who knows? I really feel that we can live to be 120, 130 with no issues at all. I love it. I love that we're on the forefront of this.
To me, that was just incredible. And for whatever reason, I don't know why we don't brag about that more. It's just, it's crazy on just the amount of science. And also, since we're talking about science, can you just kind of talk about the patents? This dietary supplement not only has peer-reviewed studies, but also has patents behind it.
Yeah, it actually has 7 U.S. patents on the blend, patents on lowering inflammation, patents on lowering oxidative stress, patents on lowering CRP. CRP is an inflammatory marker in our body, very accurate indicator of heart disease and a lot of other diseases. So we have patents showing that this was proven to lower all these things, and that just leads to better health. I can tell you, we can do that.
Yeah, that's incredible. Now, I wanted you to come on tonight. We were just awarded this incredible award with our Vitality Stack, and I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag right now, but I wanted you to kind of walk everyone through these 4 products. Now, okay. You mentioned Protandim, our flagship product, was an NRF2 activator. Well, now Protandim has a brother or has a sister, however you want to look at it. There's actually another activator that are out right now. Can you kind of walk everyone through the difference between NRF2 and NRF1?
Sure. Protandim NRF1 is an activator of our gene's ability to stimulate new growth of mitochondria. Mitochondria are little powerhouses in all our cells, and they get damaged by free radicals as we age. It causes cell death eventually, but also lowers our energy level because these powerhouses produce all our energy in our body, and they're in every cell in our body. So they start to go away with age. The Protandim NRF1 is formulated to encourage what we call neogenesis, making new mitochondria, repairing the damaged ones, and making more ATP, more fuel for our body to run. So it translates into healthier living, to more energy. It's very, very impressive. Very impressive.
And there is a synergy effect to NRF1. Am I correct?
Absolutely. And in fact, NRF1 and NRF2 are made to take together because when we make more energy, we're making more free radicals. NRF2 is there to gobble them up. So yeah, they work very, very well together.
That's awesome. Now, what I'm really high on right now, because I'm learning more about gut health and how many diseases are associated with gut health. Can you walk everyone through, what separates, our probiotic from everything else on the market today?
Okay. You're breaking up a little bit for me, but first of all, gut health is everything. Understand that 70 to 80% of our immune system is in our gut. All our serotonin, our feel-good hormone, is made in our gut. So when people start having immune issues or any number of diseases out there, the first place I want to look is their gut. Where's the balance? Where's the inflammation? What's going on? Probiotics are good bacteria to replace the overgrowth of bad bacteria, because when we take as many antibiotics as we take, and we get what we call xenobiotics, pesticides, Roundup, all those things damage and kill out the good bacteria. We want to replace those, and that's really what the ProBio does. Now, very unique in that it's got a lot of very good bacteria in it. It's got a delivery system that's very unique, because most people that take probiotics, it gets killed out in your stomach acid. We are made to not to eat sterile foods. So our ancestors, the cavemen, ate a lot of grubs and dug up roots and things like that. So our stomachs develop very acidic acid in there to kill out bacteria. But now that means if you take the average probiotic, it never makes it to where it's supposed to be, which is the lower part of our intestinal tract. That's where it's supposed to be. This is very coated so that it doesn't release in our stomach. It's protected against the stomach acid, but it is time released over 10 to 12 hours. So it gets down to the lower part of our tract where it's supposed to be. And then on top of that, they put in an immune booster, a natural immune booster called Wellmune, which is patented. Excellent, excellent probiotics, the best on the market that I've ever seen. And it's something I recommend to everyone.
Well, hence, the two activators that you just talked about, and now this #1 probiotic. Now, I totally understand why out of 3,900 products in 74 countries, it's rated #1. And lastly, of the core 4, or what this company calls the Vitality Stack, can you kind of walk everyone through
Sure.
our Omega Plus?
Sure. This is a combination of omega-3, 7, and a vitamin D, all of which are essential. These are essential fatty acids. That means we have to take it in. We can't make it. We don't make it ourselves. So we are overbalanced with omega-6. Omega-6 is inflammatory, but when you eat an animal, the grain-fed corn, it destroys the omega-3 and boosts the omega-6. So we're way out of balance in America, because we eat a lot of those corn-fed or soybean-fed animals, and even our fish that's farm-raised. So if they're not wild-caught, if they're not grass-fed, organic, you're getting way too much omega-6 in your diet. So this balances that out. So you put that omega-3, 7. It's known to protect our cardiovascular system, our brains, our blood vessels, our muscles. So it's in our immune system. So it's very, very purified. It's cold pressed. They can trace it from the boat, that fish from the boat, all the way to your bottle. There's a number on the bottle that you can trace it. So it's the best that I've seen. You can take and chew that tablet up. You won't taste any fish.
That's what I love best about it.
It's very purified. So it's excellent. And you just don't know what you're buying. A lot of those omegas that you buy over this counter have some impurities. And as you know, there's a lot of fish that have a lot of impurities, especially in the Pacific after the nuclear disaster and all the mercury and everything that's in the top species of the fish. So you've got to be very careful what you're taking.
This next slide I have for you, it's like a recap of the 4 products. Can you just kind of recap with everyone so
Sure.
they have it in the front of their brain?
Sure. I tell people that what we call the Vitality Stack, this is for optimal health. This is something I recommended even before this company had a probiotic and omega and vitamin D. This is something I recommend for everyone. But this combines the best of everything, and we can make and optimize our health. So it can reduce oxidative stress with the NERV2. It will produce your mitochondrial production, boost your energy production. It will support a healthy microbiome, a healthy immune system, healthy brain function, and heart health.
That's why I personally call it the core 4. I mean, you're covering all bases right there. It's just incredible. Yeah. And folks, what I was talking about earlier, I didn't even know that supplements even had awards attached to it. But this product that Dr. DeLucia was just talking about just was a Stevie winner in the health and pharmaceutical category. And we're not even a pharmaceutical, it's a nutraceutical. But what I find totally incredible, this product is only a year old, and it was tested over 3,900 products in 74 countries. And folks, you're looking at the best in the world right there. Now, from an opportunity standpoint, folks, I mean, think about that. Is that an easy sell or a hard sell? Pretty incredible, isn't it?
Very, very much. After all, Gabe, everybody wants better health. Everybody wants to live longer and be healthier. And that's what we have. And let's face it, everybody wants more money. Even Bill Gates, even Warren Buffett, always looking for more money. So here's a way to combine both. And that's what I saw as the opportunity.
Yes. Can you kind of walk everyone through
Sure.
a little bit about our other products that we're not going to talk about tonight just because of time constraints, but just
Sure.
just real quick.
Yeah. So companies always better for you to look better, to live longer. These are all through Nerve2 activation, through nutrigenomics, synergistic blends of products. The new hair care line that just came out, I'm wowed with. I don't know if you've seen my picture, but I've got a fuller head of hair by far and darker. It's turned it dark again. I couldn't believe it. And they're going, wow, this is pretty good stuff. And no Grecian formula. So
I need some.
Yeah. It's got of course the skincare or True Science skincare product line, including patented anti-aging cream. That's unheard of. It's also Nerve2 activation. We're repairing every layer of skin. We're repairing from the outside in, just like the Protanums repair from the inside out. Very unique, very, very amazing to me. We have Pet Tanum. This works the same in every mammal cell. So this is for your pet, your dog, your cat, your horse, whatever. We have products that will help them too. And there's a ton of videos. If you put pets on Protanum, there's some amazing videos there. No placebo effect. I can't tell your pet that they're going to feel better. They either do or they don't. And so you can get on YouTube and see some of those. Axio is our smart energy drink. I drink it daily. Many times that replaces my bulletproof coffee in the morning. Depends on how much of a hurry I'm in. But it's designed for focus, for memory, for energy, and it's great. It's all natural, sweetened with stevia, so there's no downside to it. And then Physique, which is our weight management system. So it consists of a prebiotic, certainly good for your probiotics, and it's something you need. It has a very excellent whey-based protein, and it has a very, very good fat burner, which also can be used for, and there's no side effects like high blood pressure and things like many of these. So yeah, all unique products, and the company's dedicated to finding new products for us that will help us achieve better health.
I love it. Let's talk about the company now. I know when you were looking, to be a part of this company, especially the medical advisory board, what did you like best about the company LifeVantage?
Well, I was shown this. I was looking for a way out of Western medicine because I just got tired of putting Band-Aids on people's diseases. I was passing out a ton of pills. I was having to take them. As I was aging, I was getting more diseases and having to take more pills. I was up to 4 pills. So I was desperately looking. I think LifeVantage found me. It was just that law of attraction. But I was shown that ABC News video. This was done back in 2005. And the reason ABC News went up to the University of Colorado to interview Dr. McCord is they had published that study. The Protanum NRF2 is proven to lower oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days, and everyone tested. And they tested people all the way up to 80 years old. And at the end of those 30 days, they couldn't tell the difference between the oxidative stress level of the 20-year-old and the 80-year-old. That's significant. That's what sold me when I saw that. So that's really where we started. And I can tell you now, when we got into this is a little pink sheet stock. I bought in at 50 cents, I'm happy to say. It has gone in the past year from $3 to over $15. So we're the darlings of Wall Street right now. The world is discovering Protanum. That's what's great in LifeVantage. So I love it. The corporate leadership now is the best. We have people that will take us $2 billion in this company, and the leadership's in place. So I love everything about this company. I love that I'm part of it.
Yeah, me too. I mean, the culture is incredible. Last quarter was our largest quarter in company history. So for those of you that are watching us tonight and you're looking for an opportunity, not just from the science side on whether you should take this product or not, you really need to take a look at the company. And the company is projected to be in over 100 markets. And right now, we're just in 14. When Dr. DeLucia started, we were in 1. And when I started, we were in 1. So look at the growth. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, we had one product, one video, and one country. So it's grown a lot. It has grown a lot.
It's incredible. And I love the fact that it's publicly traded. So folks, listen to me very carefully. Everything that Dr. DeLucia just said, certainly, regardless if it's publicly traded or not, he can't embellish. Everything is factual. Everything's transparent. So you can check all the boxes as far as validity and everything that he has said. And that's what I like best, Dr. DeLucia, was everything was transparent. Company couldn't hide anything. And that was something was a major driving factor for me to get started.
Yeah. Publicly traded is everything. They have to open their books every 90 days. If I don't like the way corporate's running the show, I can fire them because I'm a part owner, and we can vote them out. You can't do that in a private company.
Yeah.
So I think it's great that's.
You and I, when we started, the company was doing around 3 million in revenues. Now we're just under $250 million in revenues. And I tell you what you and I have seen, and I'll share this information on this slide, is folks, this industry is now the second largest in the world. We're only second to oil and gas. And I know 2018, the numbers aren't finished yet, but they're projected to be somewhere over $200 billion. And a major driving factor on what we've seen since 2011, and one of the major reasons why it's growing tens of billions of dollars every couple of years is because of the fact of what Dr. DeLucia and I are doing tonight. He's on the west coast of Florida in the Tampa area. I'm in Jacksonville. We have, a couple hundred people on tonight, internationally as well as nationally, all over the country. And he's in his home, I'm in my home, and we are able to build a network. And that's what he does, and that's what I do. So with the help of the internet, you can grow your business exponentially faster without the time, without the cost constraints on what it used to be in this industry years ago. So to me, that's just absolutely fascinating that we can, build the business, with this little gadget right here. Pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's 2 billion people that we can get a hold of now. So it's the information age. We can get out there and get it to people. I love it.
I want to share this with everyone because, I opened my first health club in 1987. It cost me $500,000. And folks, I didn't have $500,000. I did something I would never, ever do again. And that was go sign a personal guarantee, which basically stated if I didn't make the $20,000 lease payment each month, Chase was the bank, can come take my home. Just out of curiosity, Dr. DeLucia, I know you've been practicing medicine for over 40 years now, but if you were going to open up your own practice right now, what would it cost you to open up your practice?
Well, it would be easily $100,000 to $200,000. And I've done other businesses. I've owned a restaurant for over 20 years. We had an import business at one time. I realized the cost of not just starting up, but even getting there to break even, and then employees and everything else that come along, the headaches. And those companies own you. I can tell you, you don't own your company. It owns you. You're the last to get paid. Every headache, every drama that your employee has is your drama. There's a lot of headaches. You've done it.
I'm telling you. And the two things that I wanted to understand was the cost of doing business, and how much did it cost to get started? Because in 2009, we just lost 3 six-figure contracts with our wellness company. And there's no way I had the capital to start another business. And this business allowed me to get started. And as I mentioned earlier, I spent 30 plus years in the fitness industry, and the word retirement was nowhere on the horizon. And this business, this company, this industry enabled me to walk away in 22 months. So I'm going to put a slide up, and why don't you kind of walk everyone through what it takes, to become a part of this company, to own your own distribution company, because that's what you're doing.
Sure. Essentially, you're getting your own company. That's a very low one-time cost compared to things I've done before. I looked at franchises. Franchises were 350 to 500,000. Those were ice cream parlors, and then they wanted 6% of your monthly gross. And I thought, wow, that's a little steep to sell, be able to have the right to sell ice cream. That wasn't the build out. That wasn't the employees or anything else. So when I saw this and $1,250, and I actually got $1,800 retail worth of products, so I could stock my store shelf to the brim. When I started, I could share this with my friends and family. I could get started myself and try the products. I saw that one-time cost, and then my cost of doing business a month was just my own products, about $200 a month. So I thought, wow, this is a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. So that's really what I saw. They have other price points to get in. There's a $650 pack, and the difference is really just the amount of products you're getting.
Well, so as a business owner, that's what I saw too. I mean, yep. So folks, I want you to put your entrepreneurial cap on for a second, and I'll direct this question to the guests that own their own business. Okay, because this is what we have. Imagine the business that you're in right now. Okay, and there's no competition. So that's like when I was in the personal training business. I was the only personal trainer in the world. Dr. DeLucia is the only doctor in the world. Whatever you do for whatever your business does, you're the only whatever it is in the world. Is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? All right. From a financial standpoint, it's a great thing. From a headache standpoint, it'll be a bad thing because you're not going to be able to retract fast enough. Well, that's what we have. So think about that. Think about no competition. And when Dr. DeLucia was talking about that ABC primetime news piece, folks, that was done in 2005. And that was history in the making. And guess what? That science still hasn't been duplicated. And now we own the patents to it. So that, to me, that's absolutely fascinating. Now imagine no competition, okay? And all of a sudden, ABC News comes, I'll address this to Dr. DeLucia. Dr. DeLucia, ABC News comes knocking on your door tomorrow morning and says, listen, Doc, we've been hearing nothing but great things about your practice. We would like to come in and do a positive spin on your practice. Would it help you get a few more patients?
Yeah.
I mean, folks,
he'd be knocking down your door.
That's what we have. Dr. DeLucia saw that 9.5 years ago. All right. Or whenever he saw the ABC Prime, I saw it 9.5 years ago. And to me, it was a no-brainer. And folks, honestly, all I've done and all Dr. DeLucia has done to get to the top of this company is point, guide, direct people to an ABC Primetime investigative report. And then what we've did in the beginning was put them on the phone with somebody smarter than us. And my question to all of you is, can you do that? If you can point, guide, direct someone to a video and put them on the phone with somebody smarter than you, you can get to the top of this company. That's what he saw and that's what I saw. And to this day, you can't go out and find an all-natural NRF2 activator. We're the foremost leading authority on activation, okay? So that's what I saw. And Dr. DeLucia, there is a number of different ways of getting paid. We don't have to go through all 8 ways, but what was the major driver? I know what it is. I'm saying this rhetorically, but just kind of share with them the difference between doing something one time and getting paid month after month after month, as opposed to linear income.
Right. Well, we're all used to linear income. We're used to working, go to school, get your degree or get out, go to work for the next 40 years. Trade hours for dollars. You work, you get paid. You don't work, you don't get paid. That's what we're all used to. I had no clue what leveraged income was. This is you getting a couple of friends together, and that's what I did. My 2 best buddies. I said, I found a way for us to make some money together. You need to come and see this. And we started together, and we grew it. We shared it with their friends and family. I shared it with my friends and family. And then within a little over 3 years, I was hit a nice 6-figure income to the point where I got my time freedom back. I didn't do it because of the money, because I was fine with that, but I had no time in my life. I was working 3 clinics I'd going. but it gave me my time freedom and better health. Got off all my medications. So I'm thrilled with it. Leverage income is still working with your business partners. You're helping them grow, they're helping you grow, and you all benefit from it. And even while you're sleeping, you're earning money. And Warren Buffett says, if you're not earning money while you're sleeping, you'll never be rich. And there's nothing wrong with rich.
You're gonna work till you die, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So folks, I hope you understood or you heard that. He said it fairly quick, 3 years. And this was a side hustle for him, and he's earning a 6-figure a year income. And it's because of doing something one time and getting paid again and again and again. And just getting a few of your friends. That's what I did. I was taught to, find some people that you want to travel with, find some people that you want to have fun with, and find some people that you want to make money with. And there are really 3 different subsets of people. People that you want to travel with will be pretty much your family. People that you want to have fun with, I love to surf. I love to play golf. And people that you want to make money with, that would be Dr. DeLucia, somebody that I look up to, somebody that was ahead of me professionally. And that's all I did. And I don't know about you, is this your first time in this industry?
Absolutely. I didn't even know what it was when I started. I had no clue.
I knew what it was, but I was the quintessential network marketer's worst nightmare. And let me take a minute to share with you why I thought that. Because I listened to somebody who failed in this industry. I wasn't smart enough to go to somebody who was successful to weigh out my options. And it took me 30 years, to get into this industry, and I was able to walk away in 22 months. That's the power of passive income, residual income, as opposed to trading time for money. And 95% of people in this country are trading time for money. And I'll just ask you point blank, how's that working out for you? I don't even need to go there, right? So if you're looking for something and you're not quite sure what you're looking for, and you're busy, we only look for busy people. My mentor asked me, what was I doing to be unbusy? And that got me out from inside the hamster wheel, as Dr. DeLucia was talking about. And I was able to spend, in my opinion, the most critical years for my daughter. And that's the age of 13 up to 16. And I was able to take her to school and mentor her and actually teach her how 14, 15, and 16-year-old boys think, instead of her finding out on her own. And today, she's 19. She's a freshman at Florida State University, and she's the most self-assured. She's comfortable in her skin. She's wise beyond her years because she had her dad, to be able to mentor her those critical years in her life. Now, put a price tag on that. I don't think you can. And that's what this industry brings us. So there are people that get involved in this industry to make money. There are people that get involved in this industry to have fun. There are people that get involved in this industry to travel. And there are people like Dr. DeLucia to get involved with this industry to get their time back, to get their freedom. So if you're looking for something, and it could be just to pay off some debt. It could be to pay off your college education or to start a college education, but the vehicle that you're in right now doesn't allow you to do that. And you think you're bound together, but listen to me very carefully. Dr. DeLucia and myself did this as we worked full time. He didn't take his eyes off the practice, and I didn't take my eyes off my company. And because we were both teachable and coachable, we were able to walk away. Dr. DeLucia, you're still practicing, right?
One day a week. It's a hobby now.
1 day a week, okay. See, he loves what he does, right?
I love it.
I was the guy that says, I don't care how much money I make, I'm never leaving the fitness business. Well, when I got to what we call Pro 8, I'm like, what fitness business? And that was gone. So, and Dr. DeLucia mentioned something about making money while you sleep. All right. And what he's talking about, we have global revenue sharing. And all of you understand this, regardless if you own a company or you work for someone, profits are better than wages, right? And when you hit the rank that Dr. DeLucia hit, you're able to profit in the company's worldwide revenues. So when Dr. DeLucia goes to sleep tonight, he makes money in Hong Kong, Japan, Australia, Taiwan. And when he wakes up tomorrow morning in this hemisphere, Mexico, Canada, the United States, the Netherlands, UK, Germany, Dr. DeLucia's meter is, as well as mine, is running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now think about that for a second. If that doesn't excite you, I don't think not too many things do, okay? Because you can really do a lot of cool things, especially if you're into helping people. And that's what this business is all about. So what I would suggest that you do, folks, we're not going to get too much into the nitty-gritty of the compensation plan. Just get with the person who invited you. And what Dr. DeLucia and myself want you to do is thank them for inviting you to be on this webinar, because we are literally, and I used the word, privilege earlier. We have the privilege of pioneering this new paradigm in health called nutrigenomics. In my opinion, this is my own opinion, in the next few years, every household in this country is going to have heard the terms nutrigenomics, or the activation of pathways, or biohacking the aging code. And we're first. So it's an honor, it's a privilege. This is not a Me Too product, right? This is not a weight loss shake. This is not jewelry, or makeup. This is a new technology that we are first to promote, and it's extremely exciting. So the person that invited you thought that you had the right list of ingredients that this company is looking for. And that's credibility. That's integrity. That's knowing how to build a business or having a large circle of influence. And we want you, with this company, because you'll add value. And when you add value, our goal is to get this company to become $1 billion company. So that's the reason why I want you to thank them. And then more importantly, let them know where you stand. The relationship that you have with them is not going to be affected. So if you are, if you saw something that Dr. DeLucia said tonight, and this is that side gig that you were looking for, but now you understand that you don't have to show up to get paid. You can do this by the confines of your own home, or get people on this webinar, or send them a link by a smartphone. Let them know that you want a LifeVantage ID number tonight. All right. Get yourself started. Invite a few of your friends next Monday night and have them on this webinar. If you're the person that's just interested in taking the product, get on that Vitality Stack. It's the #1 product in the world, folks. I mean, we don't need to say anything else, and most of the stuff that you're taking now, you can just you just don't rebuy it, okay? I'm not telling you to throw it away, use it up, but get on that Vitality Stack. And then for those of you that might need more information, just get with a person. You heard peer-reviewed studies, you heard patents, you heard universities, you heard journals, all kinds of, cool, people that are backing the science behind this, flagship product. So we'll get that information to you. I just want to thank everybody for being on tonight. First and foremost, I hope you learned a little bit more about how and why we age on a cellular level, and a major contributing factor of how we get diseases through Dr. DeLucia. If you didn't quite understand the science, I know I didn't for the first 6 or 7 months, get back on next Monday night, and another light bulb will go off in your head, I promise you. So with that said, Dr. DeLucia, thank you so much for being on. I really have respected everything that you've done with this company. You've actually, LifeVantage has added tremendous value because of you and what you stand for. So thank you so much for your time tonight, and congratulations on everything that you have done with LifeVantage.
Well, thank you for having me, Gabe. I really appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun.
Yes, well, you're certainly welcome. And folks, everyone have a great night. Thank you so much for being on. We will see you next Monday night at 9 p.m. Same meeting ID number. This is Gabe Pearson and Dr. Gene DeLucia. Have a great week, everyone. Good night.